Hello and welcome to Weekly World News, brought to you by Cutting the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben, I'm slightly drunk and I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
Claire.
Hey.
And Pete.
Hey. It's your birthday, so...
It is my birthday, it's your birthday episode. Birthday Weekly World News, I'm a little bit pissed.
And you can cry if you want.
I'm not going to cry, just, you know. I might masturbate, I don't know.
A teary wank.
You are a cheery wank.
I ain't playing the biscuit game again.
I'm not playing the biscuit game against two former sailors, to be fair. I was army, we didn't do that.
It was an army game, what you on about? It was the army that bloody invented that game.
Yeah, but there's no homosexuality, it's just in the Navy. No, that's a slur anyway, you know. I'm more inclusive.
Bet you are.
Just saying.
You soggy biscuit.
Anyway, moving on. Let's crack on with some weird news. This is some stuff we found on the net this week that's a little bit absurd, a little bit macabre, a little bit weird, obviously. I'm going to start with this one. Man pushes bag of human poop into woman's face in disgusting subway attack.
That's vile.
That's not
It is grim, isn't it?
Yeah. That isn't even funny, that's just disgusting.
God, it's funny. It's partly shocking and hilarious, and Pete's trying not to crack up. You two are sat there like...
Oh, don't get me wrong, it's disgusting.
It's disgusting,
It's
but...
fucking wrong. But it is kind of funny as well. Oh, I need to understand why. Come on.
A 43-year-old woman was attacked with a bag of human poop. As the woman begins to struggle, the assailant wipes it down the woman's back, then walks away.
So is there a video clip of this?
There is, apparently, yeah.
I would like to see the video clip of this.
It'll be something sort of like TikTok or Trigger Happy type TV where they're doing it with chocolate pudding, surely.
So yeah, we watched the video and it's like a just completely unprovoked attack. There is some element of thinking, well, maybe she's done something or I don't know, but if it is a completely unprovoked attack, I think it's fucking horrifying. He's quite violent with it, isn't he, Claire?
Yeah.
Quite a punch almost to the face, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
And what got me was just the way he nonchalantly just walks away.
Walks
after
off?
Just,
Doesn't even cover his face?
No, just as if there's no problem, just putting the bag back in his bag and then just like, you know, as if it's another day.
Yeah.
Some
A bag of your own shit.
Some mentalists out there. No?
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, there is, especially on public transport.
It might not be this shit, you don't know whose shit it was.
That's a valid point. It's a valid point.
Shouldn't we do it? Whoever shit it is. I don't care if it's fucking Donald Trump shit.
Well, I imagine his shit would be gold carrot. You know? Be like dusted with gold, probably. Yeah, I assume he just consumes it. What's next then, Mike?
Okay, World War III would wipe out all life on Earth for millennia in terrifying prediction.
As we plug our Threads episodes here.
It doesn't take a genius to work this one out.
It does not. A popular YouTube channel's claimed it does. Well, yeah, we know that. But Threads, check out our episode on Threads on YouTube and Cutting the Bull and the PT on SoundCloud. And most places you get a podcast. It's one of our more popular ones. I think we did a good job with that one.
Yep.
And watch the movie too. Watch the movie before you listen to the episode. It's on, what's the name of the website?
Archive.org.
Archive.org. Threads. 1986 movie, watch that. Then listen to our episode.
A horrific future in which World War III occurs would see satellites fall from the sky, forests burn, and a nuclear winter spread over the Earth, killing everyone. According to a popular YouTube channel.
Oh, I'm glad they've cleared this up for me, because I didn't know that before. I didn't know a full nuclear exchange would exterminate all life on the planet and brings us to a nuclear winter. I'm glad YouTube's cleared it up for me.
The disturbing video titled Why You Wouldn't Survive World War III is based on the idea that every major city in the world has been hit by nuclear bombs wiping out billions of people.
It's all fairness, yeah, probably.
Then goes on to detail how those people lucky enough to survive the bombs would not be around for long.
Nah.
In this grim future, planes that lost control while the nukes hit would lie smoking across the world, causing obstacles for survivors trying to find us.
Well,
at least you worry.
That's at least you worry. I'm wondering about the burning human corpses in the street. That's my concern.
Yeah.
It hypothesised that the nuclear fallout of the catastrophic event would cause people to experience third-degree radiation burns, despite being miles away from blasts. Yeah,
When
we all know that.
the Americans did the first hydrogen bomb test, I'm going to do an episode on it one day, they miscalculated the blast really badly. And the troops, apparently, even though they had goggles on and shit, at the moment of the blast could see the bones in their hand through the flash. That's how powerful it was. They completely miscalculated it. We'll do an episode soon. The Ivy Mike test, I'm sure, is Castle Bravo test, when they annihilated a small island and also irradiated a tribe of people by accident.
Probably wasn't by accident. Forests around the world would ignite into flames, causing uncontrollable forest fires due to the residual heat in the atmosphere caused by the nuclear explosions. Yeah. Satellites would fall from the sky. Yeah.
Weaponising space.
Why would they fall?
Because they nuke space, they nuke the satellites, they nuke the atmosphere. Take them out because then your enemy can't communicate. That's why all the satellites, as Pete said rightly the other week, do it by the stars. All the nuclear weapons, do it by the stars, because the satellites would have been taken out.
Eventually a nuclear winter would form around the world with clouds of radiated particle debris spreading over the earth, blocking out the sun and dumping poison everywhere. The grim video then goes on to state there will be millennia before life on earth returns to normal.
I think we'd survive, but we'd all have vastly reduced lifespans because of cancers and the
massive deformities
in the gene pools. It's either Mad Max or Threads. Well, in
Threads and Mad Max.
In Threads, there's still a semblance of some organisation, like the kids are getting something. They're watching the Y-Bird they're getting some kind of education. Because no one's speaking, everyone's too traumatised to speak. They're not learning, are they? They're getting some kind of what education can be given to them.
Very primitive farming back.
Yeah.
But it's hell.
Yeah.
But apparently that film you said earlier has been selling a lot.
Yeah, I've had it in my Amazon basket for ages because my housemate hasn't watched it. So I've been wanting to buy it just to because I like to own DVDs. and one of them weird old-fashioned people that own a physical copy or something. I still buy books. And I had it in my basket for ages thinking, I'll get it next month, In the last month, it's gone up £2 and it's down to 7 copies available. Alright, I'm not saying they've got hundreds of copies, but I bet they've got 50.
But there was only a few left.
Yeah, never before, only 7 left. And you're like, that's what that is. Everyone's watching that. The Threads memes are rising, look out for them. Watch the movie. Listen to our episode. It's terrifying. It's horrific. I want to go in the first blast. I don't want what comes after.
No. I can't see him doing it.
No, he won't do it because it means the money dries up for everybody, doesn't it? Let's face it. You kill everyone in the human race with nukes. No one's got any more money. Even the rich survive. No one's making any money for them. Money's worthless in that scenario, isn't it?
Yeah, but are they prepared to accept it? They got their bunkers, they'll survive.
Yeah, but they can't make any more money, so they greed.
Right.
Resources will only get scarcer in that scenario.
They want people.
They'll need to control shit. It'll end up like Mad Max, where you've got the Milk King. At the moment, there's no incentive for them to drop it because no one's going to make any money out of a full-on nuclear war.
Well, let's hope so. Moving on.
Yes.
Yeah. Mum, with Britain's biggest eyebrow, says trolls call social services on her.
Look at her fucking eyebrows! You go and check this out, it's on the Daily Star.
They're about 2 inches big, it's ridiculous.
She's painted them on.
So they pretty
Well,
much
you don't know shit.
cover most of their forehead.
I know, yeah, but I'm just explaining for the listener who can't see the picture.
Okay, yeah.
She's painted 2-inch eyebrows onto her forehead.
2 inch high, 2.5 inches wide. Sammy Jo Hilford, as known online as massive eyebrows painted on for almost a year now, she's sported this look. She's 27 years old and from Grimsby and has since been trolled online and laughed at in the street, but insists the bigger the brow, the bigger the boy. What's that meant to mean?
Is that...
I think she's like...
Is she on a penis size?
Yeah, I think it's...
Oh, just fat man. If she's into fat man, I'm down with it.
Oh dear. That's all I've got to say on this.
You don't fancy a trip to Grimsby then?
Grimsby.
Maybe to laugh at her.
People have said that I shouldn't be a mum, and
Bit
they
harsh.
and they're going to ring social services because of my eyebrows.
I'm not
It's a bit silly, but
It's a bit silly, but at the same time, she looks like a mentalist.
she just looks like a clown.
Yes.
All she needs to do is whiten her face. And
Look at
she
that.
just looks like a clown.
Listen, go and have a look. I mean, she'd be quite a pretty girl when she's got this. What them?
She's got blonde hair. Let's just
Why is she
point
drawing a
that out.
tash on herself?
Yeah.
She's just got a tash in herself. That's bad makeup.
No, she's lined her lips.
Yeah.
It looks like one of them pencil
It
thin
does.
moustaches that the spivs used to have in the Second World War.
That sounds like that you.
The spivs.
Oh, who are the Smiths?
Like an Oswald Mosley.
Remember Dad's Army? Yeah, Oswald Mosley.
Oh.
Dad's Army. What was Walker, wasn't it?
Oh, the Cockney Con man?
Yeah,
Oh,
one of them,
that's a Spiv, is it?
It's a spiv.
I thought you were using a racial slur. I do apologise.
They're called spivs.
So she thinks people are socially conditioned only to,
Well, have
get
smaller
the
eyebrows.
modern standard of beauty when she says she doesn't like it.
Look, good for her.
Just like a demented Oompa Loompa.
I was going to say her face is completely orange.
Yeah.
And the rest of her body's white.
I mean, I'm all for, like,
Freedom of expression
yeah.
and all that, but come on, love.
Well, Sammy Joe's got 75,000 followers in just
no.
4 weeks.
Well, she's a millionaire now, then.
It's madness.
Oh, why is that? It just makes no sense. She's just painting them on.
Just looks stupid, doesn't it?
And the whole lip liner that she's doing looks just ridiculous as well. Like, I ain't no makeup artist or anything, clearly, but
Scroll that down again.
she does look ridiculous.
She does. She says younger girls laugh at her in the street.
I'm not surprised. Scroll it down again. Again. Any more?
What? Fucking hell, you're obsessed, aren't you?
Just, just have a look.
It's almost mesmerising, isn't it?
No,
I just want to see them from different angles. I mean, that's not even convincing, is it? She looks like a DC villain.
It looks like boot polish.
Yes,
Just
that's
boot
it.
polish, like
She's just boot
thickly-
polishing thick eyebrows on her
Thickly
face.
spread on her head.
It's incredible. I'm mesmerised. In a way.
And she's got a little baby daughter in her arms. Let's hope she doesn't start painting them onto
I
her
was going to
daughter's
say, why
head.
doesn't she put them on her daughter as well?
Let's see on a you can't paint babies, Claire.
With them eyebrows, just for the
for the
I'm
shits and
surprised
giggles.
she hasn't.
Yeah.
For TikTok.
I think the only reason she's still got her daughter is because she hasn't painted them onto her.
Oh, good on her. She's setting trends.
Yeah, good
Trend
on her.
setting.
Yeah.
We went for like the
Good
nil,
luck to her.
pretty much nothing brown. To, super sleek. Then it's gone chunky. Now it's super chunky.
People having them tattooed.
Yeah.
I've known a couple of girls who've had them tattooed back on after they plucked them too much.
So silly. Because what if you regret how it looks then in 10 years'
Yeah.
time? And
Well, they used to have more tattoos. I mean, she'll have them tattooed eventually.
oh god.
That'll be a tattoo eventually for her. You watch. I guarantee you in 3 months' time we're reporting on this bird who's had them tattooed on her head.
Let's hope not.
Guarantee
Right,
it.
enough of her. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
move on.
Oh, God.
Nostradamus for you, Ben.
Thank you, Nostradamus. Yeah, because now he's predicting the current Russian-Ukraine war. Will it reach France? The French seer and doctor has said that a huge conflict would spread to Western Europe this spring.
Yeah.
French astrologer Nostradamus, let's not say astrologer, let's just say guy who spent time off his tits.
We did not Nostradamus, didn't we?
We did. I don't do prophecy. This is why Mike's giving me this. Just for the listener. I don't do prophecy, and I think Nostradamus was full of shit. I think people have just put what he said that's been translated badly and tried to make it fit to what's already happened. When he actually says something specific, then I'll sit up and take notice.
And if you
He's
reveal...
dead.
Yeah, maybe if someone goes, oh my god, he said that on the 3rd of March 1983 there's a child will be born that'll be the Antichrist and he shall reign in fire and blood.
You start feeling it then, will you?
I start feeling it then, yeah. That's when I start feeling it. Nostradamus has often been referred to as the prophet of doom after he's made 942 prophecies, in quotes, which included a war in Europe in 2022. It's probably, as he said, they're mostly vague and should be taken with a grain of salt. One of his predictions suggested there might be a war which will see France facing a major defeat. Bluehead shall Whitehead harm in such degree as France is good to both. Shall he amount, reads the prophecy, shall ever amount.
Oh, it's black and white,
it's just absolute fucking bollocks, isn't it? I mean, if anything, Bluehead, well, the French used to wear blue during the Revolutionary Napoleonic period, so I think it was the Austrians wore white. So there we go, we can probably put that to them, can't we? She's more likely. Who's wearing white on the battlefield and blue nowadays? No fucker.
He won't mean the flag.
He reckons the Third World War will last probably 25 to 29 years.
Yeah.
Well, he's fucking wrong there. And if
Is he? This could be the start, mate.
But if there was ever a world war, especially including fucking Russia and China, let's face it, they're going to probably press the fucking
Everyone
red
forgets that in World War One, it didn't just spark like that. It took a month or two before.
button.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Same with World War Two as well.
Yeah, the phony war in World War Two. I mean, Britain and France sat there on the French border digging in. And then the Germans blitzkrieg the Ardennes. It took them 3 months, so just like building their forces.
Yeah, I'm not buying this though.
You're not for a 25-year war.
Well, I think that you're going to struggle to supply unless it's a very limited war. And as we said, wars tend to go nuclear, or they could escalate to that.
I do.
So a war that lasts 25 to 29 years, you'll be dead in the first 3 weeks of that. If it went full on, and if we're going to sit
might
there,
not get full on until the last few years.
and if we're going to sit there and take full on casualties for 25 to 29 years, total war, generations being brought up to shoot.
But you're thinking it's going straight into. It might take a decade of just little skirmishes.
Well, you are right, like we've got now, I guess. It's. I'm not going to be old. I'm going to be too old then. It's going to kick off. Let me now. I'm young enough to survive.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Well, I'm young. I'm still fairly
Why
fit
kick
enough.
off now? Well, wouldn't you rather kick it off later in your life?
No, I'll be too old then. Might as well
Too
get
old to
involved.
what?
Get too old to get involved.
You
What?
saw Dad's army.
I can be in Dad's army then, can I? Yeah, that'd be great. I'll be in Dad's army then.
There you go.
I'm just getting wiped out in the first wave or trying to shepherd people to the shelters. Be fantastic. Oh well. Right, next one. Nostradamus is full of shit.
Man blows up his own bum by strapping dynamite to backside and detonating it.
How much dynamite? And where is this? I want to know everything. Turkey. Alright, okay.
Yep. The horrific incident was reported in a medical journal compiled by researchers led by Ali E. Zumbratas at the Department of Urology at Pamukkale University School of Medicine in Denizli, Turkey.
I just want to say that Ali E. Zumbratas isn't a doctor. This is medical research. An emergency medical treatment, and he doesn't have a DR in front of his name. That's concerning, is it not?
Is it?
It is if I've blown dynamite off with my arms, yeah.
Well, in the report they say this case reports a schizophrenic patient who had a multi-system genitourinary and rectal trauma after self-detonation of an explosive in the rectum and managed with reconstructive surgery without any post-operative complications. Lower urinary tract anatomy was preserved and full continence was achieved after the surgical procedure.
So he can still piss and shit
Yeah.
after he stuck some dynamite to his arse.
Cool.
My word.
There's a blurred out photo and you can kind of still make out what's going on, can't you?
Is that a prolapsed anus?
Well, I think
Yeah.
that's just a hole, to be
Yeah.
honest, mate.
I think it's a prolapsed anus.
I think that's a hole.
Because of the pinkness.
Yeah, I think it's a hole, mate.
No, right. Fair enough, you are the medic.
I'm looking at that. I think that was gaping.
The man, which the report did not name, had previously amputated his testicles and also had a history of multiple skin incisions.
Ooh.
So this guy's just a fucking
He's
lunatic
mentally
then.
ill, isn't he? He's
Yeah.
Clearly, he's cutting off his own balls, for God's sake.
Dynamite seems to be a bit excessive though.
A dynamite-like small explosive.
Because
it wasn't quite a stick of TNT like you see in the old bloody cartoons.
I kind of want it to be.
It's going to be
Be like a little
Firecracker.
firecracker. Yeah.
Or where his anus was is now a 15cm hole, basically.
There you go.
Wow.
Fucking hell. Definitely tore himself a new one.
He took himself several new ones, I think, 15 centimetres.
15 by 10, yeah.
Fuck me, that's your entire ass. He's shitting fucking pancakes, isn't he? He's cow patching it.
He might not have to push anymore.
Push? And that's the least of his concerns, isn't it?
That'll just be like plop.
If he ever gets constipated, fucking hell, there's no hope for any of us. Oh, it's terrible yet tragic at the same
God, you
time.
gotta love the Daily Star.
The Daily Star. Finest investigative reported journalism on the planet.
Okay, we've got a nice one to finish.
Oh, this is a nice one.
So there's hope for dog owners after invention of new pill could extend their lives by a third.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Dog owners could soon be offered a new pill that may help extend their life. Speaking to the Daily Telegraph, Matt, some guy, he's got a funny
Keebeline.
I've always got funny names.
Matt Keebeline.
That'll do. Matt Keebeline, a professor of
Pathology.
pathology, said, "We don't know if those effects will be similar in absolute or relative magnitude in dogs, but I do think it's possible. Our study is powered to be able to detect lifespan extension in 9% or greater."
Well,
So they're considering middle-aged dogs for the study. The researchers aim at recruiting 500 of them.
Yep.
Dog owners that want their eligible dogs similar sized
A Labrador.
Labrador size, aged between 7 and 10 years. Oh yeah, so the expectancy of these dogs is like 10 to 12 years.
yeah.
So they're hoping that they'll live 14 to 16 years kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay.
And the longevity effects of rapamycin, which is this pill, may also translate to humans. There we go. This could be the first anti-aging pill.
Yeah. I know Max is going to get some grey hairs under his chin in a couple of years.
Yeah.
He'll be 7. I would
Yeah.
kick in nicely, that will.
They reckon now that the first immortal human has been born.
Yeah, he was born 400 years ago in Soviet Russia, mind you.
So
Yeah, you've said that fact before,
Yeah.
haven't you?
so by the time, like, the normal lifespan is what now, 70 to 80
Roughly, yeah.
average. By the time they reach 70 to 80, the average will be 90 to 100. By the time they reach that, it'll be 120 to 150.
Oh,
By the time they reach that, it'll be 150 to 200. So their life
I don't think we
keeps
can.
extending.
I don't think we can last forever unless we replace parts of ourselves
Well,
somehow.
yeah.
With machine or organ or vat-grown implants, because we give out, don't we? That's why we die. We give out.
Yeah.
You know, like a
Could
car
we
that's
give
done
out?
too many
It's
miles.
the cells that keep
Yeah, the
replacing
cells. It's like a
themselves.
car that's done too many miles. Things degrade on it, and
Every time it does, there's an error, and it.
no, just eventually we go. I mean, you're going to keep replacing those errors. Eventually, you're going to have to.
What if you could wind back them errors and you could go back, like rebooting the computer back to a different time before, or your spyware fucked it
Through
up.
stem cell research and all sorts, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll go for that. I mean, obviously, I have been.
Blood boy.
I have been around forever. Get some blood slaves, will be fine. We just keep on pumping ourselves for
Like that
fresh
Peter
blood.
Thiel does, or Thiel.
Who?
Check out Vampires episode. There's a rich guy that gets blood from young men and puts it into his own body to keep it
I don't
young.
remember that dude.
Huh?
I don't remember that guy.
That's probably because you were pissed.
Yeah, still got a lot to do with it.
Go back and this is the Vampires episode.
That's an early one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm all for extending the lifespan of dogs every day of the week.
Yep. Maybe it extends to cats as well.
Cats, dogs, over extends to all of them. Fantastic, love it. Nothing worse than losing a pet.
Rats.
Nothing worse.
I'd like it to extend to rats, because rats only live about a
2 to 3 in it.
a year and a half to 3 at the very most, really.
Well, we'll see.
Anyway, anything after about a year, the rats are nice.
Nah, no dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs and cats are fine.
Pet rats, I don't know, these pet. I've got some
Nah,
pet
Mike,
rats
these
now
piss all
also.
over Mike. That's what he
Yeah.
said.
They do. Rats, when they walk,
They're
they leak.
incontinent, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
And I used to come out in hives after they walked on me. Yeah.
Piss all over you, don't want that.
On that bombshell.
So, thanks for listening. I've been Ben. I've forgotten the fucking article I was going to say. Cheers. Don't start a nuclear war. There you go.
That'll do.
That'll do. Don't do that. Then form a shield war if they do.
I've been Mike, thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
I've been Claire. Don't draw on huge eyebrows.
I've been Pete. Make your dogs last longer.